What we're going to do here is install a new WordPress theme. And the way you need to do that, of course, you're logged in. This is what my site currently looks like. If I click on View Site, what I need to do is come down here and go to Personalize, Customize, Themes. If I click on Customize itself, it takes me to the theme loader. It's like what is it called? The back end. It's the HTML content, but it's put together in a UI that is really kind of easy to work with. I can go in here and change a lot of things. I can customize the site as needed. So before I go into doing all of this, I'm actually going to be changing my content, and I'm going to be using a specific theme. So I'm going to click on Themes, and I'm going to find Portfolio. I'm just going to type in here. So this is like WordPress sites that you could purchase or for free. So I'm just going to type in Portfolio, and I'm going to click on Free. And then, so these are the portfolio themed sites that are kind of good. I like this one. It's called Libre. There's another one in here that I use. I really like Sketch. I think this is a really cool layout, just very visual. It's all about the images. But Blask. Blask is the one that I want to choose. I'm going to click on Info. BLASK. So this is the theme that I'm going to be using. And these images, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, are all links. So you would click on the Eiffel Tower and it would take you to a page that contains more images similar to that. So it's a really cool portfolio-based theme. And the Blask theme has a lot of content here to help you build that portfolio out. So what I suggest doing is reading all of this content and then making your move. One of the things I mentioned in the last video was the sizing of stuff. So they they list that stuff down here at the bottom. And the number 3, for example, featured images for posts should be at least 880 pixels wide. And this is really good information for when you're exporting your photographs from Lightroom or from Bridge or pulling them in for somewhere. No more, and I would suggest no less than that. That's a really good maximum cap to set things at. So when you're exporting, set the height and width constraints, well, really the width constraint to 880 pixels wide. Okay, so there'll be another video about that here pretty shortly. One of the main things that we're going to do with this is set the page layout to portfolio. So that's what I want to take you through today. Normally, when we enable this, it's going to look just like this one right here. Our blog post from last class is going to be listed in there. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and activate this design for free. All right, thanks for choosing Blask. We're going to go ahead and customize site. And again, this is loading the customizer. If you wanted to get to the customizer, I'm just going to back out real quick and go back to my sites. It's right here. Remember, we just did that. We said customize instead of themes earlier. So go ahead and back to customize. And now it shows my content from the last video. And here is a blog roll. So this is called Vandals. If I had another post, then it would be here at the top, and I'd be sort of scrolling through. So one of the main things about this is that we want to change the home page settings. We want to change the home page settings so it displays a static page. And this static page isn't created yet, right? So our home page, we want it to be called home. Very simple, add, boom. And we want our post page to be, well, we don't have anything set yet. I like journal. You could do blog. You could type in hairspray. I don't know. Random. And so I'm going to go back here to where it says not home, but what I can do is click on my name here. This acts as a link and takes me back to the home page just by clicking that. So there's a little bit of navigation already set up. I have contact. I have this. Why don't we do that next? Let's set up some navigation. I'm going to click back, and I'm going to go to menus. And this is my primary menu. And I don't see a link for this yet. It says it's there, but it doesn't look like it's there. All right, so I'm going to click on Add Items, and I'm going to click on Home. I'm going to all right, should be there. I think maybe if I click on publish, it'll automatically post. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this, what I just did. Click on publish, and we'll just see if it updates anything. Maybe it'll drop down there. Still thinking. Maybe if I refresh. There it is. All right, journal, and I get contact. So it's kind of updated a little bit, and I don't know why my home thing didn't come up here. I'm going to select this. There we go. There we go. Here, so menu location. Where? Here's where this menu appears. If you'd like to change that, pick another location. So I want the primary menu. This is menu name as primary, and I want it to exist in this location right there. So it's a little tricky, and so I could go in here and add stuff to it. Eventually, I'm going to add I'm going to add portfolio in here, but we'll get there later. Ooh, what we can add is our journal. Let's go ahead and click that. Add items. There we go. And there it is. So I can click on journal, and I could click on home. I can click on journal, contact. So now I have sort of a navigation. All right, so there we go. I'm going to go back to home, and I'm actually going to click on publish, and just to set all that stuff in stone. And then from here, I'm going to take a little shortcut and go straight to the edit button. Will it allow me to edit? It will. Great. So I'm editing the home page. Right? You guys, you don't have to step out here, but if you got lost and you're back at the main screen, the main dashboard, then you go to Site Pages and you go to Home, and it will get you to that location. So the main thing here is that we want to set the oh gosh, I forget what it's called. We want to set the option status. Where is it? Post page settings. Page attributes. There we go. It's under page attributes. It's underneath page template. So we're changing the page template, the way it looks and functions on our website. We're changing that. And it has two options here underneath page template. There's default, which is what you just saw, and then portfolio page template. So this is really important. So go ahead and click that, and then click on update. All right, so we don't need to visit page, but what I want to do is just kind of close this out. And now I want to go back, to the dashboard. I mean, sure, we could go back to the site, and there's nothing on the home page. And this is because there's nothing in our portfolio. Remember, we did a journal, so there's content in our blog roll, but not in a portfolio. So that's what's really cool about this theme. It has a portfolio feature. It's not just site pages. It's not blog posts. It's a portfolio, right? So we're going to go ahead and click on Add. And I'm going to put the same project in that I just did for the last post. So Vandals was the name of it. I'm going to click on Add and Media and go in here and select all that content. What's this one? I want that one in there too. Continue. Again, we went over this last class. There's mosaic, individual images. I already made some comments to this, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Insert. Okay, so we got status, publish immediately, project types, add new project type. Let's do sculpture.
Daddy, I really need some help with you.
All right, I'll come upstairs in a minute. I'm recording a video right now, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
And you'll help me play my electronics because I don't know what to do.
Okay, all right, we'll do.
Have a good time.
Thank you. Can you leave the light on, please?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Good job. All right, we're back. So we're going to make sure that I just put a project type in here because I think it's nice to categorize my content. So sculpture, photography, 3D design, graphic design, illustration are all those top level sort of project types I think would be successful for you guys. Featured image. So we're going to go ahead and set that featured image, and I'm going to go back to this guy. I like that one as my image. And then sharing. So I don't want really any sharing buttons on here. I mean, you guys can do that if you'd like to. We got Vandals. I'm not going to allow comments at the bottom. This is like, I just want it to be very simple. So we're going to go ahead and publish, and ask me if I want to publish immediately, and if I want that to be public, of course I can make it password protected, so on and so forth. Go ahead and publish. Boom. So this is a pretty quick process. You just have to be really, you have to plan ahead. You got to plan ahead with your images. That makes it really, really successful. Okay, so we're here, home page, and this is that project. So I click there, and it takes me directly to the Vandalist page. And of course, you know, this is a great way to show your portfolio. You can go back to journal, and now the journal piece that I did, not showing up. I don't know where it is. It's not working. All right, so let's go back to the drawing board. The blog posts was right here. So I really don't need this blog post anymore, right? Because I just did one in the portfolio. So now I have portfolio vandals and I have blog post vandals. So what I usually do for blog posts, let me show you this, this is my main website, right? And what I do for blog posts is I have that WordPress thing, and I put in content that is very quick, comes up, and I might not have a space for it on my main website. And I'm excited about a project, I'm trying to get it out there, and so I put it up online through the WordPress site. And that's kind of, really what I use this blog feature for, is news, updates, content that doesn't have a space yet on my main website. So this is very curated. The order, the images that are in here, and I tend not to really mess with it unless I have a big project like this one with the land trust. And eventually I'm going to put another video in here, but photos and content like that. And of course down here at the bottom, I'm putting people's names in. This is a really good way to get noticed on Google and whatever your search engine platform might be. All right, so we're going to go back to where we were. I got to open the tab. Okay, close this out. So anyway, I'm going to close. I'm going to just trash this, and then I can worry about adding new posts later. Okie dokie, that is how you add some images in your portfolio. And what else are we going to do next? Next, I don't know yet. So we're going to stop there. Have a good day.